Alright, so let's continue learning ChatGPT. I hope all of you have registered already. As you may have noticed that ChatGPT has two versions, 3.5 and 4. So 3.5 is a free one, and we are gonna start working with 3.5. Today we are gonna talk about how actually ChatGPT can process information. So to understand how, first we're gonna talk about the token system. So the smallest units of information that ChatGPT can handle. We'll also mention another limitation of ChatGPT, it's very important. And talk about the Chinese room principle. It's actually how the process is going through ChatGPT. So let's first start with Tokenizer. This is a service available on OpenAI platform without any registration. And we are gonna do a little experiment with it. First, what is actually a token? A token is the smallest unit of information that ChatGPT can work with. So basically ChatGPT breaks down the words into these smallest units, tokens. And let's see actually how it does break it down. So let's make this experiment. We'll type 3 phrases in different languages and see how ChatGPT actually can handle these phrases. So in English, hello, how are you? It takes 6 tokens. And here in color, they're highlighted what tokens are. So you see that 4 words, hello, how are you, are 4 different tokens, plus comma, plus a question sign. So that's actually how ChatGPT thinks in English. It thinks in words. If we select another language, let's say French, bonjour, comment ça va, means hello, how are you? Again, same number of tokens. Again, 4 different words are 4 tokens plus comma plus question sign. I will take a quite different language. So next language is a Polish language, is a different group of languages. So let's see how ChatGPT thinks in this language. Cześć, jak się masz means hello, how are you in Polish. And here we see a bit different picture. So now it takes 9 tokens, meaning that in Polish ChatGPT does not necessarily think in the whole words, but some of words it breaks down into just single symbols. And here in color we can see how does it break it down. This is an important conclusion because it means that in different languages ChatGPT can process different amount of text. If it takes more tokens for the same amount of text, that means that ChatGPT can process less text in this language than, for example, in English. Typically, the processing amount is now in 3.5 turbo model, it's around 16,000 tokens. So it's actually around 40 pages of text in English. In different languages, this number may vary because you see that the number of tokens in different languages is different. And here we can make an important conclusion that ChatGPT actually excels in English. So it works better in English as it was trained in English, and that's why it gives better responses in English. However, currently ChatGPT works in 100 languages. Some of them better, some of them worse, but 100. So it's a huge number and basically allows ChatGPT being interacted by people all over the world. And actually, what is the principle? Because we talk with ChatGPT with a human, and it seems that ChatGPT responds to our queries like a human. But in fact, no. In fact, ChatGPT is just a machine, and it processes information according to so-called Chinese room principle. So basically, if the person throws a character into the Chinese room, then there is, let's say, another person sitting inside the room, and they just have instructions how to process, and then the processed result can be seen by the person, and then they think, so the person sitting inside the Chinese room knows Chinese language, but in fact, no. The person sitting inside the room knows just the instructions. Same is just ChatGPT. It knows the instructions, but it processes information according to these instructions, how it was trained in different languages, and that's it. So ChatGPT does not know actually It is not aware of what it is doing. It doesn't have any consciousness. That's important. It just has instructions. And also, one important limitation is that ChatGPT does not know how to count. So ChatGPT cannot make complex calculations. However, if, for example, you ask something simple like 2 plus 2, of course ChatGPT will give correct answer 4. Why? Because it was trained on it, and it just knows that 2 plus 2 is 4. I know that now ChatGPT 3.5 can make even more complex calculations without mistakes, but that's just due to extensive training, not because it works like a calculator. No. And that's why we'll see later in the later lessons how actually to make ChatGPT calculating. It can be done through some external applications. So just stay tuned, and now let's go to the next lesson.